franchises are fantastic at the moment, and any team on its day can rock up and compete and play well. That's just the lovely part of T20 cricket, that there's so many great individuals that are playing in the IPL, that they can come in and perform and take the game away from a side. Um, but I think the old rivalry will always be MI CSK, and I think it's just because of titles that they've won. So that's the battle. In order for RCB, which I would love to happen, in order for them to get into the equation, they probably have to win 2 or 3 IPLs, and then their name will be mentioned amongst the biggest rivalries. I think that he
Hmm.
can speak for himself. The only
Yeah.
thing I can do is, as a coach, it was tough for him. It's
Hmm.
never nice to walk out to a home crowd that's booing you, and not only a home crowd, but throughout India as well. And I think he deserved a bit better in that regard. I mean, fans will have their own thoughts about it, which I can 100% respect. Um, but I think now, once that IPL is finished, India have had a chance to sort of settle things. Hardik's probably had conversations with guys like Rowe, and I'm sure that they've sorted that stuff out, which I'm very happy about. I think that it needed to happen, because it's never nice seeing a cricketer go through something like that. And yeah, I mean, they've won the Champions Trophy now as well, so everyone's coming off a high as well. So I don't think that will be uh, like a major concern with regards to MJ coaching now. I think that
Yeah.
everything will be settled, and hopefully people can just go watch Mumbai Indians and support them
Yeah.
for who they are, and let the players just play and support them in that way as well. Tough character, absolutely. But I think that plays, it's a credit to him. He's a battle-hardened cricketer. He's come from injury, and he's come through that. A lot of people talking about him, good stuff and then bad stuff as well. So I think
Yeah.
he's battle-hardened, which I think is great for him. Um, he's been through the tough times, and he's come through that, and he's had success afterwards. So I think that Hardik is, look, he's a fantastic human being. I got close to him, and obviously through tough times, I've had good conversations with him. So I've got a lot of respect for him as a person. Um, the greats in the game of cricket, they have to be tough, and they have to be a little bit self-centered at certain times.
Yeah.
He is like that. We all know Hardik to be like that as well. But he comes from a good place. He's a human being. There's a soft side to him as well, which people have to respect. I certainly do. So I wish him well in his journey with regards to his cricket. Hopefully he can stay on the field. Being an all-rounder in his position, it's tough on the body. I know there are a couple of injury concerns going around about him at the moment. I want to see him playing. The game of cricket is better for Hardik Pandya being on the field. Mumbai Indians is better for Hardik Pandya being on the field and performing for them. At 43, I wouldn't know. I wasn't keeping wicket at the age of
No, no, I'm just
43.
asking how would it
Yeah, yeah.
work?
No, look, yeah, MS Dhoni is a bit of a myth for me. He's a fantastic guy. He's playing cricket. I think the fact that he's saving himself for IPL and he's not playing
Hmm.
any other cricket, he's sort of and it's a testament to his dedication and skill level as well, that he gets himself ready for the IPL. He's certainly no mug behind the stumps with the gloves on. His hands are brilliant. He's quick. His head's great. His feet movements is good, and all that type of stuff. Standing back, I mean, different story. I think different wicketkeepers grow
Yeah.
up in different conditions. But I mean, him up to the stumps is it's fantastic for me to watch. I learn a lot just by watching him. The fact that he's still keeping now and playing in the IPL is fantastic. I mean, it's as I said, it's his dedication to the game, and the fact that he still wants to play. I mean, MS Dhoni doesn't need the money. He doesn't
Yeah.
need money to play. It's just the fact that he just wants to keep playing. I've got a lot of respect for him. I mean, he's a fantastic individual, as I said, off the field and on the field. The more we get out of MS Dhoni, and the more we get to watch him on TV, it's just our privilege. I think it might change throughout the whole competition, and I think, as I alluded to earlier, regarding their bowling options. So I think that they've got Indian batters to go up front. A guy like Robin Mintz, I think he can bat up front. So they've got that option. Um, if they feel that they want to maybe that they can put another Indian as a bowler, I think then they might go with Ryan Rickleton. They've also got Will Jacks, so I think they've got plenty of options. It's basically about Jasprit Bumrah. So if he's injured, what combinations are they going to go with? Are they going to strengthen their bowling, or do they feel that they've got cover for Jasprit Bumrah? There is no cover for Jasprit Bumrah. It's just depends what they want to do with regards to the internationals. I think the big question is what four internationals would they want to play, and what is the split? So they're definitely going to play Trent Bolt. I know that they probably want to play Satner as well. Do they push Reece Topley into the equation? That might be at the expense of a batter up front. I'm really interested to see if they play Robin Mintz. I think Robin Mintz is an unknown entity. You got Namandir as well, who can also open the batting. So yeah, Ryan Rickleton will be fantastic from a South African perspective to see him playing. Will Jacks has done really well, but as I said, I think it's all about their bowling options. If they want to strengthen their bowling with the internationals, then that might be at the expense of one of the opening batters. I think that Rishabh Pant is a quality cricketer. He's got a good cricket brain. I'm sure he's going to be okay with whatever he decides. He's not one of those guys that I know I don't know Rishabh Pant well, but he's not one of those guys that I think overthinks things. So I think that he'll just go with his gut, to be fair with you. And yeah, it's a difficult question for me to answer. I don't know their setup very well, and I don't know what his thinking is as well. Quality cricketer. I think basically again, I think DC, if you have a look at them now, they're in a bit of a pickle on what internationals they want to play, and I think that could determine what bowling lineup they want to have as well. They've got a couple of good internationals, but more on the batting side of things. So yeah, look, yeah, currently he's a good cricketer. Every Indian player wants to perform well in the IPL, and I think if they perform well in the IPL, it stands them in good stead for the Indian setup. So now he'll be going in the whole setup, hoping he gets good opportunities, but not opportunities to win the game for DC as well. So I think that if he can do that, he's definitely a pick for India. Look, India have got probably 40 people in their squad that they can pick from, and I think that's the beneficiary of the IPL. And I think that that's why they're so strong at the moment, and that's why they're winning everything. And he is certainly one of those guys that would be in that 40-man squad. So if he's doing well and he's in good form, there's no reason why they wouldn't pick him for India. To be fair, the game of cricket has changed quite a bit. Thanks to Adam Gilchrist and Kumar Sangakkara. I think the two of them, they basically changed the whole way of the way that people look at wicketkeepers. A wicketkeeper batter is an all-rounder position, and I don't think it's ever going to change again. There's no room for a guy who just keeps and maybe bats at number 9. I think that there's so many good wicketkeepers out there who are very, very good batters. I mean, in the South African team alone, what we selected 3 wicket keepers who were actually batting. And I just think that's the beneficiary of basically Adam Gilchrist and, as I said, Kumar Sangakkara, the way that they used to play. Wicket keepers have just changed their whole mindset. They have to be batters who can keep. Has the wicket keeping side gone down a bit? Yes, it has, but not to the extent that I think that you just got to select a wicket keeper who can bat slightly. I think the whole all-rounder mode of a wicket-keeper batter has changed. The mindset's changed, and if you're a wicket-keeper now, you have to be able to bat in the top 6, and that's how sides select their keepers, and that's the way it'll always be from now on.
Right. And I'll let you go with the final question. What, in your opinion, makes Varun Chakravarti such a lethal spinner in recent times?
Sure. Yeah, you destroyed us in Calcutta, and even the Indian players really struggled against him. I think he bowls so quickly. The game, the spinning game in T20 has really changed, and I think it's you got a lot of the Afghanistan guys as well. They bowl so quickly, they bowl a good length. You don't have to turn the ball big nowadays. You only have to turn it a small margin, and it's whether it's in or out. I think that's the key. It just creates a bit of doubt for a batter. And he is very consistent on his lines and his lengths. He bowls wicket to wickets. He bowls quickly, so it's difficult to run down to him and step out. Um, and he turns it marginally, and that creates doubt amongst batters. You can say to batters this, use the pace, don't fight the pace, and try work the ball behind. But if he bowls wicket to wicket and he bowls a good length, if you miss it, you're out. And I think that he's just come of age. He's a really tough bowler to get away, and I think that he's gonna play a massive role in this IPL. People have got more respect for him now, which is going to play into his hands as well. You'll find that when teams go out and play against him now, they're thinking to themselves, how do we get away with these 4 overs without him taking wickets? If he takes wickets, then we're in trouble. So they play maybe a little bit more respectful for him, which is going to play into his hands. So I think he's going to be a massive threat in this IPL. He's come of age as a bowler. He knows his game very well, and he's a very, very tough customer to handle.